But I mean, I am out of practice.
Yeah. Yeah, you're giving me a lot of confidence right now.
Here's the deal. Worst case scenario, I have one of those angled things, so I could just use that and give you a burst fade. But that also depends on what kind of fade you want. What's the sitting arrangement? 2 tall guys up front. That's right.
Ricky's also tall. You're kind of tall too.
I think you said this last time.
Yeah.
But you guys are the tallest. Please.
Please.
Please. Please. There we go. Door's stuck. You gonna be in the middle?
Sure. The person with the shortest things.
You get your old camera tag back. The OG.
Yeah, what are we doing with the phone? I always
We'll just hold it in the middle facing you guys.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my seat to be available.
Oh.
I know.
No, I was telling Freddie.
I guess I should.
Yes.
Wait.
I'll do it just this once for you guys.
What, put your seatbelt on?
Yeah.
Thank
Nice.
you.
I want to
It's very nice of you.
I like how we became accustomed to my truck yelling at you for not putting your seatbelt on when we were on our trip.
Yeah.
Literally
Well,
every
it
single
started
time.
as your truck yelling at me, and then it was you yelling at me. If I'm gonna die in a car accident, that's my decision.
It's my right as an American.
I don't think it goes down that way legally, though.
That's why they're called pussy strings. Seatbelts. Obviously, your father's not an old mechanic.
No.
No, can't say that he is.
Because mine is. And that's what he calls seatbelts. He still wears them, though. What does that say about him?
Well, there you go. I think it speaks for itself.
Honestly.
So what happened to D&D?
Yeah, we're not. Good observation.
He said, what happened?
Oh, I thought you said we're not going to D&D. I'm like, yeah, wow.
Oh no.
That's a really weird thing to say right now.
I'll talk louder. That's normally not an issue, but okay.
I actually can't hear anything behind me. Fun fact.
Oh no.
I'm completely deaf if you're not directly in front of me.
My man's got those
I'm completely
90-degree angle ears.
I have to be looking at you to hear you, right?
My hearing is directly linked to my eyeballs.
How fucking unfortunate that would be.
Well, I mean, you can just like look at something like miles away and be able to hear it.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically. Yeah, that's a pretty good looking truck right there.
You're a pretty good looking truck.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Got that dumpy.
Right in front of his wife.
You got a license to operate that?
Got
That motherfucking dump truck?
Got that extended cab?
That extended cab?
What happened at the end?
What happened?
Thank God Ricky's here. That would have gone on for like 20 minutes.
Then we would have been like, oh shit.
We entered the temple. Or something. Is it a temple or like a fortress or what?
What was the first
It was
thing
the
that
maze.
This is definitely going to be a Tristan Ricky Dawson
The pit.
podcast.
I remember what happened.
I don't.
happened? We got into a building because of pit. Everyone was in there.
Yeah, we all got through.
There was rocks
Everyone
in front of
made
a
their
giant
jump.
doors.
I remember that part. And then we hopped through. And then were we immediately in the room with the girl that was going to repeat forever? Or was there
Oh,
something
yes.
yeah,
before that?
I remember that.
Well, no, you guys walked in a hallway for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and then someone noticed like an eclectic pile of rocks, because I couldn't think of anything else for you guys to notice right away. And was it Askell in that?
Yeah, it was a loop and then instantly dispelled and move ahead, keep moving.
Yeah, Askell's like, fuck this shit, drunk.
And then we came across a skull door.
A big old skull that encompassed the entirety of the hallway.
Some shenanigans happened. Someone almost got hung.
Yep.
Hanged. Hunged.
Yeah, Bella's not hung.
Gallows.
I would hope not.
Yeah, that would be.
Birds don't work that way.
Some of them do.
Huh. So, Kasha, there was a skull and it was like a gigantic skull door hinge, whatever. Kasha tried to crawl through the eye and was like, oh, I feel like I'm falling forever. That's scary. Let me not do that. And then Vela was like, I can fly, I'll do it. So then we attached a rope to Vela. And then Vela hopped through the eye hole. And then we discovered we could just pick up the skull like a door.
Because Vela has dark vision.
Yeah.
And you can see inside of the skull.
And then we all just rolled really weird and I had to cut my rope in half.
DM, what
Yes.
was the purpose of having the, like, I feel like I'm falling thing?
Oh, it was just... I frequently...
to fuck with you.
I frequently forget that the majority of the party has dark vision. So it was meant to be like, oh, okay, surely there'll be like 2 people that'll go in there, and then both of them will just feel like they're like falling. Eternal, like, what was it?
Spy Kids 2?
Yeah. And then, you know, one person with dark vision just like looks in, and it's just like someone on the floor being like, ah!
Oh, so it was just to
Yeah,
embarrass
okay,
someone, potentially.
awesome. But like, how does that tell us that it's a door?
It
It doesn't.
It was just to fuck with us.
That was
Alright.
clear, what the hell? Yeah, it's
That was my
Eventually.
question, is why. But okay.
to fuck with the players. What other reason is there?
So we open it up and then we walk in, and then we happen across a room where there's 4 more of those doors, and in the shape of like it's a north, south, east, west. Through those doors are like poison pits, and then in the middle of the room is like a island,
platform.
a raised platform, and there's just a weeping woman on it,
Yeah.
Tanya.
Tanya.
Human girl, only wearing a dress. Curled up in the fetal position and crying.
Kinda
We go over
sus.
and like talk to her, and we're like, "Girl, what happened? Oh my god, are you okay?" And she's
Like
like,
the types of people you've
"No,
never
oh,
since
I've been here
interacted.
forever. It's so scary." And we're like, "Well, can you help us out?" And she's like, "The only thing I know is don't go through the south one." We're like, "All right."
Go
So then we,
through
so we go through the left or the right one, right, the east, and
Yeah.
it takes us to we think a new room. Kasha starts marking things on the floor to try to figure out what direction, because the whole thing, it turns out, is just like a giant puzzle. But then in the next room, thank God, Askelin figured it out very quickly. Thank you, Ricky.
Just fucking throw shit through the eyes.
Yeah, because the like trick of the repeating rooms was if you went through the wrong door, it would drop you from like a skull-shaped thing in the center of the room onto the raised platform. So if you went into the wrong one, it'd drop you. So we very quickly then figured out we could just throw objects through and it would have the same effect.
Yes.
Was
So-
that the intended path? Like the intended... Was that the idea?
Yes, I was thinking that actually Arrow Man would eventually get tired of it and just start firing arrows into the eyeballs.
He did that eventually.
Right,
But I have snowballs.
but you have snowballs.
Yeah, and I didn't want you wasting spell slots, so I just started throwing little piston things.
I think
Titans.
it was also, I believe at that time where me and Freddie were just completely like distracted because we were making fun of a certain friend that shall not be named.
Certainly not his entire God-given name.
Well.
Certainly not that.
All 4 of
Oh, I'm
them.
thinking of the other one.
Oh, certainly not his entire God-given name.
So we make it through, I think it's like room 3. There's like a sleeping half-orc who just gets immediately murdered for being a half-orc.
No,
Yeah.
that's not what happened.
Is
What
that-
happened?
Is that not what happened?
We tried to heal him. I tried to heal him. I
Oh
remember-
no, I forgot. Yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
yeah, he was ugly, so we didn't care.
Yeah,
No, that's-
I was
yeah.
like, I don't pay attention anymore.
That was not what it was. You guys were trying to talk to him, but he couldn't hear. So Asklin rolled a 1 on the heal check, microwaving his
Oh, yeah,
brain.
you fucking steamed his goddamn brain.
I did not remember that part. And then we moved on to the next room, and then that room had a giant fucking spider thing in it.
Oh,
Spider daemon.
This was the point when I started drinking. I remember this because I remember slowly not remembering this.
You see, this is the part. I don't know. I think I had to do math at some point, and I was already like 3 shots in.
Yeah, you did 3 shots without saying anything.
I didn't do shots after shots. I was just mixing. I was mixing like a smart person.
Drinking, buddy.
You don't have to,
Sure.
Don't worry, we got drunk at the end there.
you don't have to mix it, drink it straight, or mix it with fucking maple syrup.
Yeah, that
Alright.
was a mistake.
We all made bad choices
Yes.
that night. Mostly me.
It's fine.
It's
we all
fine.
survived.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It wasn't fun.
So, I'll be honest. I do not remember much of the spider battle
So
because I
you
did
tried
not
to be
care.
stealthy, and I think the spider
It, like,
didn't
jumped
see you,
in
but
the-
it heard something.
So it went into the water.
Yeah, it went
The
into
poison.
into the poison area. And
Not acid, right?
Not
Not
acid.
acid.
Okay.
Went into the poison, and then everyone was kind of like, okay, if we can just, you guys figured out that it was I think it was the east door
Yeah.
they needed to get through, and it was like, okay, if we can just bum rush it, we should be good.
That did not happen.
That did not happen.
You guys ended up just killing it straight up.
Yep. Well, because it was sort of like swimming in the poison, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, everyone was
You
just
just
kind
stood
of
in the
like,
middle of the room, right?
yeah, everyone was just like debating. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go duel it in the center platform.
Yeah.
Old man's not afraid of no fucking fish.
So you guys, I guess, killed it, right?
Yeah.
I think I shot it with a crossbow once.
I don't
Before it
even
was
remember
dead.
attacking
You might not have.
I don't even think it survived like more than a round of combat. Ithilden's very capable of killing.
I also rolled extremely high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the meanwhile.
Between Ithilden and Askelin, like this, like there's nothing that you guys can't kill really.
Because Ethereum
And
was.
Aetherian, yeah.
Well, no, Ethereum he might have, but he was spending his whole time just having a gun pointed on Tanya 24/7 the whole time.
Yeah.
He did buff Ithilden's weapon.
There you go.
Yeah, because he's able to like share his smites.
Mm-hmm. So then after that, we went into the next room, and that was finally a different room. It was like a chamber of some sort, some sort of
Yeah.
open room. I did not pay attention to the description, just that there was a hot guy in there.
Yeah, a
Evil
10 out of
individual.
10.
There was a hot tiefling.
Yeah, a
Evil
10 out of 10 tiefling.
Evil individual.
Look, they like bad boys. Can't
Evil
help it.
individual.
They like hot boys.
You like hot
It has
boys.
nothing to do with their fucking moral alignment.
Yeah. They do not discriminate.
Maybe they should, but
I was gonna say maybe they should.
I
but
discriminate.
Yeah, he does.
He does enough
He doesn't, yeah,
discrimination for all
genuinely.
of us.
God, he discriminates.
So everybody else is like, this is super suspicious, and we still want to kill Tanya.
Sucks.
But all of the thieves then go up and are trying to chat this dude up.
Yeah, because he basically is like, basically like, oh, hi, hello, I haven't had visitors in such a long time. Let me snap my fingers and make like a living room set real quick so that we can all have comfy tea. And then,
Comfy tea.
like,
As opposed to
you guys were like, yeah, uncomfortable tea, not that great.
Well, didn't Freddy do the make bed spell
That
when
was
he got
later.
a crit?
That was later, yeah.
Oh.
Well, then it was like, well, DM, you got to roll, and so he was a 10 out of 10, and then Vela proceeded to leap from the entranceway all the way right next to him on the love seat that he made.
living throw pillow.
Mm-hmm. Complete with sound effects this time.
Yep. Take your time. Dead air. Dead air.
Dead air.
Well,
Well, I was trying to remember
nothing-
what was happening, which was basically
nothing
like
happened. It was just
Ethereum
us
basically
all
like, I
flirting.
don't trust it, but I
Yeah.
don't trust Tanya, and basically just like kept shifting who he was pointing his pistol at.
Yeah, because it was just chatting. We found out he's been there for a very long time. Like, him and Tanya came in at the same time. The dragon sent them in also.
Yeah, the stupid dragon
The
could
stupid
not give us
dragon.
an answer about anything. It
Yeah.
still-
And then
Still
it
happened.
was like, oh, you know what? We should rest. We should totally rest. And then Vela and the tiefling went into their own little bed.
Well, because Vela made beds for everybody
Yeah.
because rolled a critical on the spell.
Create bed.
Yeah, so instead of creating just a bed, it created like a king-size luxury bed for them, and then also created beds for like everyone
Little
else.
cots.
Not even fixed boat.
And then he was like, oh, you know what? Let me give us some privacy, and then created like a wall of darkness. And that's
Well,
when he was like,
hold
oh, fuck that, fuck
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
We're holding?
Vosh was like, well, I mean, there is enough room for,
I always forget his name is Vosh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
He was like, well, and then he was like looking at Kasha. He's like, well, there's enough room for you to join us as well. And that's when Vela was like, huh?
But
And
Kasha understands how jealous Vela gets, and she's like, you know what? No, we're gonna avoid that.
Yeah, so
She got dibs. You gotta respect that.
then he cast darkness to give he and Vela like an air of privacy.
The moment he cast darkness, Aslan got rid of that shit because we're talking to this guy. He's not walking away.
Yeah.
But he filled in a theory and took that as, let's shoot the guy. And I'm like, yeah, let's
Yes.
go with that.
And then it starts a battle where there are like the thieves are. Well, Kiki was not a part of it. Did not care at all. No skin in this game. But Vela and Kasha both were
She was
like,
also
"Why are you
asleep,
trying to
yeah.
kill this guy?" So they're trying to defend while the other guys are trying to kill him, and he just eventually does.
Yeah, he
Die.
casts greater invisibility on himself and then proceeds to hide underneath the bed.
Freddy made me goddamn useless for the entire session. It's
Yes.
fine.
That's what you get for killing my boy toy.
Learn your lesson.
Let me make that clear.
This is like the worst intersection I've ever seen.
I hate this man.
Let me make this clear. The action Aslan took was not a hostile one.
You will be forgiven.
What
Then.
happened?
No
What'd
one
you do?
else.
What did you do? Blind
She
me?
sucked up his darkness.
Oh.
So that there was no
He's
privacy.
like, no, you're not leaving us. We're still talking.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, and then shots were shot, and it's like, okay.
And at that point, it was too late. And Askelin's, of course, not gonna tell them to stop.
I like how nobody tried to take it up with Vela. They were just like they just started walking away. They're like, no, that guy, kill him. Like,
So yeah, he gets killed eventually. Like it's a
Yeah, he shoots out some lightning, and that you guys had set up some chain reaction stuff to where if he cast a spell, he was gonna get damage taken. And
Oh,
then-
I didn't even
comments.
add the extra damage that he would have taken. With,
Oh, really?
Because it does more damage the higher the level spell. I didn't even do that.
Oh, okay. If Ilden was firing arrows underneath the bed, and everyone was kind of because that was the first thing.
Because he had concealment, and then I got a crit.
And
Yeah,
then
I
he
knew
turned
where
he
invisible.
was.
Then I fucking see invisibility, quicken spell, glitter.
And at
dust.
one point, I
Exactly.
did genuinely think that Ethereum was gonna just shoot through Kasha. That thankfully didn't need to happen.
He definitely would have too.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
fucked up.
Rude.
Well, because he can heal you. That's his.
Unless he like instantly kills you.
Well,
And
gosh,
then
He's
he
not.
can't heal you.
Well, she's not evil, so he.
or an
doesn't-
outsider.
Yeah.
That we know of.
Maybe I'm not actually human after all.
Are cat girls considered outsiders?
They should be. God willing. My brother in Christ.
So Vosh gets dead. He gets blowed up
Mm-hmm.
from magic.
And then cards.
Oh yeah, Vela like looked under the bed and he's just gone and there's a fucking card there. He's like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
And it was the
Oh,
card that
yeah,
gets
no.
you
It's
to,
the
yeah,
Joker.
gets you to draw one of each
Joker.
suit.
Yeah, one of each. Yeah.
So
The
one
worst-
of them is that
It was
Freddy no longer knows
Knows how
Bella's
much-
health.
Yeah.
Tristan knows Bella's health at the beginning of the session and just keeps track of the number.
Uh huh.
Which I want to ask gameplay wise, do I just inform everyone else how Bella looks?
I would say so.
No,
No?
there's no indication of anything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
Because
I
she,
have
we
to,
can't
doesn't
even- we
feel
can't even-
pain.
We
like
can't
for-
even make like heal
like for
checks.
me as a healer, I have to pay attention how many times Bella has been hit. There's
Can they make heal checks?
not a heal check. Like I have to heal you with my spell.
No, I know,
I
but
know,
like
but,
we
like-
can't observe that she's in bad
I
shape.
would say no because the idea is like, what's the
They're
card called?
blind.
The Stoics Endurance.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to give any indication that you're hurt. Like,
Gotcha. Okay.
Scary.
It's just like I'm fine, and then you're dead.
yeah, you just go unconscious.
And then I'm down.
Shit.
And then one of them was the daddy issues one, so you have a
Oh, the
haunted hand
mage
that's just
hand,
gonna
yeah.
fuck with the two dudes in the group now.
That's actually hilarious.
Yes. You're just petty after this.
So is
And
that
then-
something that like is
It's
matching
DM
Bella's mood, or is it literally just a haunted hand that fucks you?
It
don't
says
know too
DM
much.
discretion.
Yeah,
though.
we don't know
This is
that
a
much.
Kaylee card.
Yeah.
This is Kaylee's card.
That was just you're haunted by the pettiness of Scaliana
Okay.
with her daddy issues.
What other card did you
Not
get?
literally Scaliana though.
No.
Just like the
What
idea.
was the contingency
What are you
plan?
doing, bud?
That's
the
the one where you
contingency.
freeze if you die.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
another one.
And then the other one where you got the worms.
Yeah, can you explain the freeze if you die?
It
So,
acts like there's a spell that's like.
well, okay,
related
so
to.
it's based on my plan for when Akanos was a wizard, which he will be again if I ever play him, because fuck the actual class I went with. But it's pretty much that with that class you can have two casts of the contingency spell, which is effectively you choose a situation, and then a spell will go off if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And my idea was, if he gets knocked to 0, he casts temporal stasis on himself, which just freezes him in time. And then like 20 minutes later, he casts dispel magic on himself, which frees him from whatever it was. Except this is, you don't get to cast dispel magic on yourself. You're just frozen. And somebody else has to free you. And then once you're freed, you enter bleed out. So it's like the enemy could hypothetically be like, "Oh, you're frozen. Boom! Now you're in bleed out." You know.
Mhm.
But like realistically, it's going to be you're frozen until one of your friends frees you, and then you go into bleed out, and they can.
Heal you
Yeah,
real
from
quick.
there.
Mhm.
But
Gotcha. And then it's
Worms.
worms, which
So then
we'll
Bella
talk
turned
about later.
hostile. Yeah.
Better yes.
That's recording. What's the Mudkip's name?
I don't know.
Okay.
Charlie.
No,
No.
No, it's
You
I don't
can't
know.
name him.
Bepis.
Charlie was my ghost name in Destiny.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because I think I remember why.
I don't.
Wasn't it? Didn't you name it after Charlie Sheen? Charlie Sheen for some reason.
If I did, I don't remember. I should put turn my headlights on. If I did, I don't remember.
I just remembered you mentioning Charlie Sheen a lot.
So how long did you have your Destiny Maidens?
This
What?
is a Ricky question. I'd like to say
What?
your Destiny maidens.
Oh, I did not make that connection. I was very confused.
No, that's not a connection I think you would make.
Yeah, I was like what character?
I'll
in
never
the-
forget when I just randomly joined your party one night and there were just two chicks in there and I was like, huh?
No, I joined your guys' party and they followed me.
Oh yeah, you were trying to get away from them. That's right.
Yeah.
It was Rose and what was the other one's name?
Ellie.
Oh yeah.
The most generic, like just gamer girl names.
Yeah, definitely. What does that even mean?
I don't know. You know my drink.
I remember I was pissed off because I was farming as a warlock that I had just created.
Oh.
And they're like, oh, look at this like level 3 warlock. I was like,
Getting fucking cyberbullied.
not even exact-
shit.
And I was trying to level up and they would kill everything I was trying to kill. I was like pissed off. I was like, okay. And then they just joined the party. I was like, oh, god damn it.
You won't leave me alone. I gotta beat him off with a stick.
So stupid.
So, Vela got possessed by worms.
Yep.
Speaking of girls.
Bella got worms.
Fucking uppercut your face with a violin.
Yeah, she fucking bashed Kasha.
Only the second violin broken.
Yeah,
this campaign so
genuinely.
far.
Yeah, because Kasha basically went to go look under the bed and then saw Vela.
then
Saw
had
that
a-
Vela had worms.
Like, that's not right.
That's not right. And then proceeded to get bonked.
And then,
Which everyone else just thought Vela's having a tantrum.
Oh my god, not again.
but Kasha knew better. They're besties, alright? Those best friend forever bracelets mean something. So, it got taken care of fairly quickly, because I think I had a good enough sneak attack that Tristan let me use as like a precision deal that I killed the worms like in one hit.
We
once I
also
was
just
able to.
like guessed with the balancing for these cards. So.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be a bigger issue, but Kasha has a high enough perception. That's what you needed. You need
I
Right,
know,
yeah, I
but
had
that's what
that
I mean.
perception.
It's like we didn't like
Yeah.
test the health to like, you know, like,
Mhm.
oh, if somebody has a really good sneak attack and they just, it's done. Like,
Yeah, the
we
fear.
didn't test that.
The fear
Well-
was if no one had made that perception check.
Because
for,
it was like 45, right?
It
It was
was
like really
high.
high.
Mhm.
and if no one would have made that, you just have to knock out the person. And that doesn't.
The ever living fuck out.
Yeah.
And that doesn't solve the issue. It would still happen.
But my sneak attack is like, it's a pretty heavy hit for what it is, you know? And, yeah, for precision.
All knocking them out did was just give them another chance to percept. I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Well, you got to percept and it was a lower DC, I think.
yeah.
And I think that was it. I think after that we called it.
No.
No.
No?
No. Then the party rested.
Oh.
And
Oh!
Bella took the first watch.
Oh.
What a fucking mistake. Can't fucking trust anyone.
Truly. And about 10 minutes into Bella's watch, after everyone.
There wasn't a whole lot of watching going on.
Mm.
Yeah. After everyone was lulled to sleep.
Don't fucking do that when you're driving.
Better than fucking Tristan.
So, what happened, just because you trailed off, was
I kind of want to hear what Freddie remembers.
I'm not.
the tiefling.
I remember it all.
The tiefling showed back up as a ghost,
He
and
did.
then he was like, "Hey, do
He
you
was
want to
still a 10 out of 10.
continue where we left
And
off,
naked
even
because
though
he was just dead
even
at
though
night.
I'm dead now?" And Vala was like, "Yes." And then you guys went into a secret room.
How
I don't
fucking
think it's a
pathetic.
ghost. I think you just come back to hell if you die, but not get your soul ripped out of you. I think that's the rules. So we just kill.
Well,
us
hey
killing
DM,
him-
what are the rules?
Us killing him, he just walks back.
Yeah,
in.
dude. It's
Was
God,
the-
ask God. He's right there.
Was the implication that he
On
was
job.
like us, displaced, and not actually undead?
He told you that he was from the material plane.
He
Everybody
did
was from the
multiple times.
material plane.
So,
Fuck up.
Everybody at one point was in the material plane.
It's not
So he was
true.
so he wasn't like a resident in hell.
No,
But
he's from
he-
the material plane. He's there for the same reason we were.
Yeah.
Tanya
Well, no.
is in her afterlife.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about him though. So he like
Gosh.
had the potential of getting out. And he's like, he fucking dies like, fuck, better get laid now.
I kind of based. He's already in hell, you know. Like there's
Right,
no.
may as well make
there-
good of it.
I was gonna
Hey.
say,
Not hell.
when in Rome.
Dies trying to get laid. He's like, well, shit, I'm here. Might as well
Might
try
as
it
well.
again.
Yo, I got a second life.
Take two.
Oh, yeah.
Because creatures that die in that plane, that are from that plane, just like get true death, permadeath, black.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
was from the
Nothing.
material plane
Yeah.
and he died and got sent to Abaddon. So
And then
like,
turns
hey,
out his soul belongs there anyway.
like
Yes.
conspicuously to the same place.
Yeah.
He died in. That was
Yes.
a little strange. But
Well, hey,
I'm not
are you complaining? I was upset. And then we
Bella's
also-
not complaining.
Bella's
I
not.
am.
Did anything happen after that?
Freddie
Yeah.
kept asking me to roll perform checks.
I mean, I rolled really fucking high. Okay.
It's because you're a perform build.
Yeah. She's built different.
Yeah. And there was no one to watch.
Living throw pillow.
Yeah, and since there was no one on watch, the party woke up to
An ambush.
an ambush. One
Who'da
dude
guessed?
freaking tried to stab a sleeping person, except for the fact that it was Kiki that they tried to stab, and Kiki had the necklace of protection that made people. No, was it a card?
Oh,
was
I
a
remember
card.
that
It was
now.
the bell.
She got the impossible
Ding
dream.
dong.
And
I know.
one thing of the impossible dream is you get a constant cloak of dreams. Yeah, cloak of dreams when you're asleep. Although it's bigger than the normal spell.
Yeah. So basically, they fell asleep as they were trying to ambush her.
I was at this point I was 4 shots in and I had to do math and I was proud of myself, but I
Yes.
did not remember this part.
I don't remember this either. I was rolling perform checks.
I think Ethereum
I was
shared
nailing
slime
it.
with Ithilden. Ithilden was able to chain some stuff. What it
Oh
asked
yeah, I
me to do.
killed like 3 or 4 of them.
The most damage I did.
I know you did, but that's what I was
damage.
like,
What did you do? Damage to all of them but one because he made the reflex.
what spell was that?
Fire snake.
Fire snake. Thank you. I was like, I knew that you had something.
Yes.
It's literally just a line I draw, and they were conveniently
Lined up.
perfectly just
Nice.
far away enough. I could snake through them.
You know what happened?
I love Askelin's build.
I would like to say that I appreciate you, DM, like fucking punishing us for the one person on watch dipping out. I love that. Like you could have just like, nothing happened, but no, she fucking left and you guys got fucked over for it.
It needs to. It's happened so much. I feel like you need to like up the ante on the shit that we take. Because like we need to be punished for not taking watch like even harder.
We've taken every. This would be
It's
the first
always-
time you were like
it was just
abandoned
Kasha
aside.
followed up by Vela.
Yeah.
Bella
yeah,
has
but
never
even,
taken
like-
watch before, too.
Even like Etherian like fucking walks up into the forest because he sees the fucking.
Well, that
shiny-
time
Yeah,
that time
that's
we
true.
lost our cart and had to go chase it down.
And then he fucking explodes.
In the tree.
I think we just need to like reinforce what keeping watch means, because I mean,
It means
like
you
it doesn't
sit down
mean
and you watch.
like you know
If we didn't
watch
end
something
it,
and walk over to
If
it.
we didn't end it, I was gonna have Askelin just have a talk. Like, when you keep watch, you fucking keep
Well,
watch.
you're gonna have to start off the next session.
That'll be it
Sit
tomorrow.
down, fucking kids.
Sit down the children.
This is how it's going
just
down.
Mela just sitting there.
Keela and I were talking about how we love that like Askelin's like the only person in the entire group who's like actually kind of a put together stable adult and is just like constantly irritated by the consistent
By the D&D
downfalls of
characters.
the ones surrounding her.
I'd say that I'm
Shut up.
somewhat
Just be
stable
quiet.
if I'm not in fucking hell surrounded by enemies.
That's what I'm. Yeah, that's part of it though. Is we have to risk you just
A
popping
fucking
off
orc
in
walks
any
into the room and
given
this
moment.
man has a fucking genius.
I'm going on a fucking tear, alright?
That's not put together. I hate to break it.
It's
to
We
you.
got
just the
dementia.
situation.
The other 2 guys are dementia and PTSD. Like they're also.
Yeah.
It's just Askelin trying to hold everybody together so that nobody has a panic attack.
Yeah, because after we got attacked, we found Bella, and that's when I proceeded to attack with Pit. What was it? Create Pit.
Yeah, create pit.
I'm upset the guy didn't die. Again.
Yeah. Did he die?
No.
He got away.
He would have died if Bella didn't roll a 20 to
Don't
save
kill
him.
my 10 out of 10
Oh,
points.
right.
gotta
He
find him
fell, but then you rolled a 20 to like basically grab him and then fly out.
He fell and I immediate action staggered fall spell him. I wanted to fall and get her.
Fall harder.
Was that the end?
That
Yeah,
yes.
after that was dealt with, that was the end.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. Now, Freddie, I have to ask you something.
Alright, please don't. We are recording. I don't know what I said. I apologize. Please wait till after we're done recording. Holy shit.
What's your beef with clerics?
Oh, okay. You can't just do that, Tristan. You can't. I don't know.
We're drinking.
We were drinking.
No. First we had to talk about Ricky's cards, actual like relevancy.
Yeah, I had a card. It kills me fast.
After fighting the spider thing, and that was sleuthing down into the poison rivers, that Ithilden was like, I'm just going to duel it. The loot on there was nothing because if the thing doesn't have magical items and it just says, oh, it doesn't have any treasure, I'm like, fuck that. So it had things in its stomach from adventurers that it eat. And one thing was a card.
That card
Yeah,
was
grab the card.
the card was execution threshold.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Under 30%,
Oh,
I can
50%
continue to rod.
you're
I've
on.
only gotten bad cards.
Which, again, you are the best person to get that because you had the lowest max HP.
Yeah, if I'm gonna die, I'm probably just gonna die from any hit.
I have not picked up a card.
I'll start handing it to you, don't worry.
my build.
Just
Strange how that works.
Just start playing cards with Kasha, because she gets an over 40 on like every sleight of hand trick, so she's gonna keep pulling cards if she ever does card tricks.
It's not like a lack of trying. I just haven't gotten one.
That's fair.
Can't wait to get more cards, and I'm just like on the verge of dying even closer.
Who's gonna get the rock?
That'll
That'll be that. That'll be his goal. So what do you got against
I hope
clerics?
it's me and I just turn
Kiki and nothing changes.
Oh, you just become a Silmarillion.
I turn into
God, that'd be a dream for you.
my glowing rock. It's just
You'd
like
be mad at us if
there
we
is
brought
no
you back.
more there is no more stealth in nighttime.
Finally, I'm at peace.
Shit. Now there's 4 of these. Which one's him?
I turn into a rock in daytime, right?
It's nighttime.
Nighttime, sick.
It's like a shitty werewolf.
Honestly. And all of your shit falls to the ground as well.
Turn
a
into
rocket
a
bro.
rock. It's just a 60-foot daylight spell.
Ah! My fucking eyes!
That's how we'll see in the abyss.
Indeed. Minus the fact that you all have dark vision.
Abyss is supposed to be magic.
Ain't no
darkness,
fighter
but
anymore.
That's in Pathfinder. I don't know what you do.
It also depends on the
Oh wait,
realm
no,
of
yeah,
the
it is
abyss.
magical darkness. That was like my whole thing is that I was
Yeah,
like,
it is.
wanted you to have your Cimmeral because my mental image was literally a plane of magical darkness, but like you guys are just this one beacon of light that's moving through it, and you're like scaring off like the smaller things that don't want to deal with that, but then also attracting the bigger things that are like, wait, what the fuck's over there?
Are you talking about the river? Because
No, this is the abyss.
I know, but the abyss has like
a
different
million different
planes
It's
of
it's
it.
one
It's
of the
like a
largest
river
planes.
The one
connecting a
you're
bunch
going
of little
to.
mini universes.
The one you're going to.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. I'm writing shit, dude. I need to know
Yeah.
these things. And I talked to you about this, and you didn't say anything about that. So
I
He's writing.
I
shit.
did say though that the one that I'm writing for this isn't
Oh.
going to influence whatever ones you're like.
I know, but
interested
that's what I'm saying is you didn't mention any magical darkness. I didn't know if you were talking about the river or if you were talking about the plane you're talking about.
Oh no, my mental image is the river. You can kind of like see where you can hop off onto, and then once you hop off, then like you're there, and it's like, oh shit.
There's one specific spot.
Is there a ferry? Is Karen
Yeah.
on there?
Is that the slimy guy you drew? Is he the boatman?
Damn, he is now.
Well, that's what I thought. Like, because he has like his stick, and I thought that was like an oar.
He could be like an oar, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you got against clerics?
What?
You said clerics are cringe.
Oh yeah, I did. They're just boring. There's not a whole lot there.
They're better than paladins, though.
I mean, that's not saying very much. The coolest
That's a
thing
very
about
low
clerics
bar.
is that they can wear, full armor and be a full caster.
Yeah.
That's like the coolest thing about them, and that's not very
The
much.
thing about clerics, they have many unique.
I'm sure if I looked into it,
Yeah.
and I've said this many times before, I'm sure if I looked into it, my opinion would change. But I haven't looked into it because I don't care.
Yeah, all
And I've got too many characters I want to play right now. I don't have time to play a cleric.
all classes you can find pretty interesting builds with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a class I really hate, but my least favorite is monk, and that's for stupid reasons.
Care to share them on our D&D podcast?
Anything I could come up with a monk, any other class could do it better.
The only thing they could do better than another class is what Jubaris does. Because I genuinely think, like, looking at what monks can do, if I made Jubaris a monk, he would be doing what he does just better.
I haven't looked at doing
But
what
Tuberus can do what
does.
Tuberus does while wearing heavy armor.
The
and
only
has a
thing
higher
Jubaris
back.
has on monks is that his archetype gives him special bonuses that you can't get anywhere else. Like, for instance, like if they walk in and out of AOP range, you can just grab them again. Like, that's like one of the only things. But besides that, like, I think a monk would just be better. But I'm not going to turn him into a monk because fuck that.
Yeah.
He's not a monk.
Yeah, I haven't looked at that build because
The person is
Tuberus
still
exists.
there?
Why am I
Bruh,
trying
that
to-
friggin' sucks.
What is going? Oh, maybe that's somebody else. They just got out still.
But they were also in a white sedan.
Weird.
White sedans exist around the world.
Unfortunately.
What are you gonna do? Trash them? Go around?
No, just paint them different colors.
Damn.
But okay. I didn't know if you had a strong opinion on clerics, because I was just curious, because it was an opinion of yours I don't think I've either heard, or if I did hear
I've
it, I didn't
definitely
pay
said
it.
clerics are cringe before.
Yeah, then I didn't pay attention to
It's
it.
like
Exactly.
something I would just say for just cause.
Yeah, like there was nothing behind it. All I said was I'm not going to play her because clerics are cringe. And you guys apparently took intense offense
Hey,
to that.
don't-
Not offense,
Don't-
interest.
Don't group all of us with Tristan, all right?
You're his wife.
Our opinions are separate for this.
Sure,
for
sure,
very
sure.
specific things.
I just thought it was funny because you were like,
For
oh
one,
yes, I drew this
didn't
cleric.
care.
Clerics are cringe though. And I'm like, then why?
We had an idea.
I
Gotta make a
also
Vulcan.
have too many characters,
True.
so I'm not playing that.
All right, cool. Bye.